Congress is digging into the GSA spending scandal, trying to figure out just how widespread the problem may be. Last week, 4 hearings were held on Capitol Hill to investigate, among other issues, the more than $800,000 spent on a single Las Vegas conference. Joining us now live is Congressman Jeff Denham, who chaired one of the hearings. Thank you for coming in today.
Absolutely. Thanks for having me.
You've had some pretty bold statements about what's going on, including something you said, I'm prepared to systematically pull apart GSA. Do you think that'll be necessary?
Hopefully not, but certainly they need to justify their existence. What benefit do they provide back to the taxpayer, and are they able to do a job better than the private industry could do for them? So managing our properties, they've identified 14,000 properties that are unneeded or vacant properties, yet they've only sold 82 over the last decade. I mean, my question has been to them, why wouldn't private industry, why wouldn't local realtors around the nation be able to do a better job than what GSA is doing today? And the same thing with all of the vehicles that they control and sell and buy for all of the different agencies. The same thing exists. Could a private online agency be able to sell those vehicles and sell that equipment cheaper and more efficiently than what GSA does, bringing a bigger return back to the taxpayer?
And the mission of the agency is to responsibly manage taxpayer money, but there's been a lot of backlash, obviously a lot of unhappy taxpayers and lawmakers out there who have seen how this money's been spent. What's your reaction to the hearings this week and what you learned or maybe didn't learn?
You know, obviously I came off very strong in these hearings. I've been angry. I mean, you know, I just came back from my district where we've got twice the national average on unemployment, high foreclosure rates. I mean, people are frustrated. And you have a president that's out there talking about tax increases at a time that they're just lavishly spending and wasting money. I mean, this is a blatant abuse of taxpayer dollars. And so we're ready to implement legislation this week, but continue to have these hearings and investigations until we actually get rid of this culture. I mean, this is not a rogue person or rogue department. This is a culture within the agency that sets the standards for every other agency. And so we want to see how deep this goes. Certainly in the hearings, it came out that this went all the way to the White House, that they could have done something a year and a half ago when the investigation started. So we're going to continue to take it to them and fight back and make sure that taxpayers are getting what they should from their government.
We understand there are, at least by one account, 30-plus investigations going on from the Inspector General's office connected to these issues. You say whistleblowers are now just coming forward, and now that the floodgates have been opened, that you're hearing more and more from people who maybe were afraid to speak up, but now that it's gone public, getting an earful.
Yeah, certainly there were a number of people that were pressured or intimidated into not coming out and making a statement that was fully in the IG report. And now that we've actually, I mean, we applaud those that, you know, have been brave enough to come forward and say enough is enough, that are continuing to talk about these trips and send the email chains that have gone to them. And, you know, we applaud them for being willing and being brave enough to come out. And now we've got more and more people doing it. And we have 2 investigations just on the Region 9, all of the lavish trips to Vegas and Palm Springs and Napa. But all of the other investigations will be all over GSA and some of these other agencies.
All right, we'll continue to follow the work your agency is doing and the legislation you'll be introducing on transparency as well this week. Congressman, thanks for coming in.
Thank you.
All right, a presidential